Alright guys, so today I'm going to be talking about what is it like to drive a Subaru in the winter. Yes, I live in Minnesota. It's the coldest state, pretty much as cold as you can get almost in the US. I'm assuming. I've never been anywhere else that's cold, but it's freezing here. It snows a lot, and I figured what a better place to have a Subaru than Minnesota, because you can drive it greatly. I'm gonna mount you guys. I'm gonna take you with me today while I drive around and do stuff. And let's talk about how it is to drive this car in the winter. This is what I'm talking about. Not going into freaking gear. There we go. I'm gonna say this is what I talked about in that one video about things I hate, and it actually was doing it right there. So let's just drive. So what is it like to drive a Subaru in the winter? In the winter, and I mean like mostly just snow. Well, I've had this car since May, and I haven't really driven it in the winter because it's just November now. It's about to be December, but it hasn't really snowed much. It snowed a pretty good amount, which, you know, give me a pretty decent understanding of how it is to drive it in the snow. It was actually a pretty decent snowstorm here, so you know it was good. I didn't get stuck. Obviously, we're working with all-wheel drive all the time, so you know I don't have to wait for anything. But at the same time, my car has the check engine light, and so what that does is it takes off traction control, which can kind of screw things up if you're just trying to, you know, just try to drive normally. You'll like your back end will kick out almost at every turn, even if you're trying to go kind of slow. If you're trying to accelerate a little bit through a turn or something, your back end will kick out because traction control is off, so that'll make it go off, which is kind of annoying. And don't mind this thing broke the other day. It's freaking annoying. Oh my god. At least I can get it up like that though, so we're good there. But anyway, back to the topic. So yeah, so I mean, your back end will kick out a little bit, but I'm assuming with traction control you're going to be completely fine. You're not going to be slipping and sliding all over. So if you do want to have some fun, you can turn off traction control, go in an empty parking lot, and do this. It wasn't that good, but it was decent. Okay, I was trying my best. Yeah, I didn't want to crash, but I'll get better, I promise. So yeah, so if you're in snow, you know, obviously you still got to be careful, regardless of whether or not you got all-wheel drive, which you do in pretty much any Subaru unless you're in like a BRZ. But you're gonna have all-wheel drive to your disposal, which, you know, you're gonna be able to get traction right away. You're not really gonna get stuck in any place, as long as it's probably not super crazy, like 2 feet of no, 3-4 feet of snow, 2, whatever the heck it is. You're probably gonna be okay because your car can handle that shit. And especially if you have like snow tires, which probably really highly recommended, just because it makes it even better. So getting out of snow when you're trying to get off, you know, trying to go, accelerate and stuff, you're completely fine. Now where you gotta still be careful regardless of whether or not you have traction control on or off. If you have all-wheel drive, you gotta be careful because you still can't brake it like normal. You gotta be careful when you brake. You gotta be slow, you gotta ease into it, you gotta brake like a mile away before your stop is. Well, you really gotta be careful because even though you got all-wheel drive, you're not gonna be able to stop faster. Unfortunately, right now it's 46 degrees, which is great for regular stuff, but if you're trying to get some snow driving in or something like that, trying to see how it is, it's not that great. We're already almost in December. It's 46 degrees, very unusual. And just in general, driving in the winter, you know, this is actually a really good car because this is the premium model, I believe, or limited, whatever, the highest, the high trim one. So we got nice heated seats that warm your butt all the time. High mode, pretty much. You're gonna have to take that off because I don't know if you can handle that. You're crazy, but usually keep it on high, then bring it down to low. So that's great for cold times. You know, you're not gonna get stuck in snow, so that's good. So you got that confidence that, you know, you can pretty much go anywhere without risking getting stuck with like rear wheel drive or sometimes all wheel drive or front wheel drive, I'm sorry. Oh shit. Hold on. Since it's cold outside, you know, you definitely got to be careful because you got to make sure that your car is warm enough to be able to get into boost when you're accelerating. If you are accelerating kind of fast or trying to merge onto a highway or something, pretty much if you have like an oil temp gauge or something like that, just follow that. You know, you have a turbo, you got to be extra careful. You know, don't get on it. Don't accelerate too hard into boost if your car isn't even warm. I was reading some forums and stuff, and people are saying that once your coolant gauge thing is at middle, you have to wait double the time that it took to get there to be able to get into boost for the oil to be warm enough to lubricate the turbo properly. So when you do get into boost, it won't harm anything, which is, it's an adjustment. Because, you know, sometimes I'm just in a rush and I'm like, I gotta go. But no, you gotta have your time, you gotta take your time, you gotta drive slow, accelerate slow. Hey, but once you're warmed up, you just get on it. I'm like, no biggie. First gear? Sure, fuck it. Just like that, you're at 60. Yeah guys, I would definitely recommend getting a car with all-wheel drive in the winter, especially if you're in like the northern states that get a ton of snow and, you know, have pretty harsh winters. All-wheel drive is the way to go. You got snow tires on that, you got all-wheel drive, you're not getting stuck anywhere. Still got to be careful and cautious of everything because you never know if there's black ice. You're not gonna be able to stop. You're pretty much screwed. So be careful, have fun, find an empty parking lot, do some drifting in the empty parking lot with your all-wheel drive cars. Alright guys, that's all I got for today. Peace out, and I'll see you guys next time. Alright, bye. Number 2 on the list. Let's take a closer look, shall we? So what we have is we have a 5-speed manual transmission that it doesn't look the greatest. You know, it's long, the throws are rubbery. I'm sorry, the throws are long, it feels kind of rubbery when you're shifting. And to be honest, they should have just went with the STI transmission because it's so lovely and so notchy and so great.